Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well today. My name is Meechree. I'm doing Mega Man 2 for Game Boy, any percent. We'll talk about what any percent means in a little bit. So this is the Game Boy version of Mega Man 2 if you're not familiar with it. We'll talk about it as we go. Dave's going to be doing my timing here, so I'm going to give this a quick reset and give him a countdown on when to start the timer. We start as soon as I hit game start here, so hopefully Dave's ready in 3, 2, 1, and go. And we'll be starting off going to Metal Man here, if you're familiar with Mega Man 2 for the NES, which we affectionately refer to as luxury brand Mega Man 2. This is store brand Mega Man 2. You'll probably recognize at least the first 4 bosses of this game. So we start off with Metal Man here. And I'll be trying to do my best to talk as I play here for you guys. And you might notice something a bit different with this game, that the music doesn't sound quite the same as it would for... Oh no, that's not good. This is not a very good start for me. We did get a 1-up though, which is Uichi for the level 1. The music's quite a bit different than you would see in, or hear in the NES version of Mega Man 2. And what's interesting about the Game Boy games... Oh no! Well, this is a very bad start for me, so I do apologize for this. I don't typically do commentary about the game while I'm playing the game, so I'm sorry about the death there, but we'll get ready to go, and there are 5 Game Boy games, 5 Mega Man Game Boy games, and they're all based off of the their NES counterparts, except for Mega Man 5. Mega Man 5 is completely original on the Game Boy, but Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all based off of their sort of counterparts, like I mentioned. Mega Man 1 for the Game Boy has bosses from Mega Man 1 and 2 from NES. Mega Man 2 has bosses from 2 and 3 from the NES, and so on and so forth. So, what we'll see here is bosses from both Mega Man 2 for the NES and Mega Man 3 for the NES. So if you're familiar with those games, then you'll probably recognize some of these bosses coming up through the run. So here's our first boss fight with Metal Man, and this is going to be, hopefully if I get this, is going to be a little strange. You'll see something odd here, so give me a moment. So we actually get Metal Man's foot gets caught over there in the corner, and we can just kind of take him out there, which is nice and easy. What I was mentioning is that the music is quite a bit different, and Mega Man 1, 3, and 4 for the Game Boy all have renditions of the music from the NES. Mega Man 2, on the other hand, was developed by a different team, and they have a completely original soundtrack. And actually, before I started, I do apologize, by the way, I am currently going through COVID, so trying to talk and not cough in your ears here. I saw people talking about the soundtrack, and yes, some people don't really like it too much because the pitch is a bit higher than people tend to like. I really like the soundtrack. I think it's fantastic personally, and I've seen people really come around to it. People who watch my channel maybe start out not really liking the soundtrack because it is too high pitched, but the more they end up watching, the more it grows on them. I've had a lot of viewers say that. So right now we're in Woodman, and again, probably not the music you're used to hearing from Woodman and Mega Man 2, but I think it's very, very cool that they have a completely original soundtrack for this game, and we'll talk about some of those differences along the way. But we're using Metal Blade here to take out pretty much every enemy in this level, and Woodman's a pushover, and I know a lot of people who play Mega Man 2 NES casually know the whole Metal Blade strat. You know, you get Metal Blade, it's like the best weapon in the game. You can take out anything, and it's kind of the case here, sort of. We pretty much use every weapon in order through the boss fights, so we just got Woodman's weapon, and we'll be going to Airman next, and we'll be using Airman's weapon in that stage. And yeah, I do see some chatting about the soundtrack in the chat there, and that is correct. Yeah, it was programmed inaccurately, but I genuinely really like it, and you'll hear some of that really high-pitched music coming up here in just a bit. You'll see me turning around to take those hits, because if I do, I actually get knocked back the correct way. I might have shot that a little too high. No, we're good. So I switched to Woodman's weapon here, and I actually need... Here comes the high-pitched music, by the way. I need a drop. And, oh, I got the drop, and I didn't turn around for it. So I'm gonna have to switch back, because I was a dum-dum. I see somebody in chat talking about the sliding. Thank you so much. That's one thing I should mention. The sliding is quite a bit different in this Mega Man game compared to some of the other ones you might be used to. You can't actually stop your slides or jump out of them or anything. If you slide, you're committed to it, and it's very, very rhythmic. It doesn't really help to mash or anything. So slide chaining is very important. We'll just take out Airman here with 1 shot and 2 shots, and he's gone. So Airman, excuse me, another pushover, and we'll be going on to Clash next, and he is canonically called Clash in this game. I know there's a debate Clash Crash in the NES version, whether it's Japanese or English. This one is right there, says Clash Man. So he's Clash, and right away we're going to switch over to Rush Jet. We'll be using Rush shortly, and hopefully he'll cooperate for us. He's not the best in this game, and hopefully we don't see that, but maybe we will, just to demonstrate for you guys. But Rush can kind of kill runs, unfortunately. So here's some more high-pitched music, and I know it's not for everybody, but I honestly really like it. I think it's good. So Clash Man stage, obviously you see the inspiration taken from the NES games here. They're not exact. And Mega Man looks like giant. Maybe he's mega. Because of the Game Boy, of course. So I actually used to speedrun Mega Man 2 for NES as well. And after going back to the NES version after playing this, I'm like, wow, Mega Man's tiny. So I'm taking this route so I can grab that E-Tank, and we'll be seeing use of that E-Tank much, much later in the run. There's a turnaround to take the damage boost towards the direction I'm going. And Clash is probably the worst boss fight in this game, so give me a moment here to concentrate and I'll explain what's going on. So I took a shot at Clash with Rush Jet, and then I switched to Airman's weapon, which I used to complete the fight, and that actually went fairly well. Excuse me. So that fight is really not fun. That's the fight that can kind of go the worst. And I really wish that Clash fight was as easy as it is in the NES version, because if you guys have ever played the NES version and used the Airman weapon, you would know that the Clash fight is incredibly easy. That's not the case in this one, so even using all of Airman's weapon against Clash is not enough, and that's why I had to shoot at him with Rush Jet before we even switched over to the air weapon. So that's what that is. And we got a cutscene here where we see Wily. He's a bit chunky. He's on the chunkier side. Maybe been indulging in some pizza while he's waiting for us, and we're gonna fall down here, and we're gonna see our first Mega Man 3 boss, which is Magnet Man. So here we have all our... Oh, I jumped. I noticed I did that as soon as I did it. Jumped very early there. If anybody is wondering about my credentials in this game, I am the second place. Amazingly, I've already died twice. I'm the second place holder in this game, silver medal for this category. And it's been a while since I've played. And I was going for world record, but I've had to take a bit of a hiatus for that. Had some controller issues. I've been trying to fix that, so. But maybe one day. Ooh, Rush, come with me. There we go. There's Rush. You might be wondering why I'm hopping on Rush here, and actually, the reason for that is it actually uses way less of the Rush energy. It depletes a lot slower if you're jumping on him, so anytime you're actually not touching Rush, it does not deplete. I'm actually going to kill this. I don't typically kill this, but we're going to take safe strats here. So we're going to need a lot of Rush Jet towards the end of this run. So this is Magnet Man. Hopefully we can get a good fight here. And that's like a textbook fight right there. We always try to end up close to the center of the screen, as you can see there, because Mega Man will actually walk all the way from the corner to the center of the screen for that animation to happen. So you always want to end up as close to the center of the screen as you can. So that's why you'll see me turn back in fights like that. A bit of a time save for us speedrunners. And now we're going to move on to Hard Man here. Which some very good music, in my opinion. And coming up here, a bit of a... Oh no! That's not what I was going to talk about, but we're going to see some monkeys here. Typically I'll ask for monkeys in the chat because it really helps the stream. I'm going to take some safe strats here. I don't typically do this, but we're going to damage boost this guy here. Oh, he's taking me out. Thanks for the monkeys, really helps the stream. And I'm actually going to use a couple magnets to take out that guy there. So normally that monkey that I damage boosted on, and that kind of gave me the business, I would usually take out, but it takes 4 magnets to defeat him, and it's kind of a waste. It is a little bit faster, but I was trying to play it safe and ended up kind of regretting my decision there. And Hard Man's a bit of a pushover if you can get the rhythm right. 5 magnets, and he's down. Now the run starts to get really interesting, and this is why it's 100% coming up. And things are going to happen very, very, very fast. I will try my best to tell you guys what's happening coming up here. Pay attention if you are familiar with Mega Man games, Mega Man speedruns, you might know about zips. We do have zips in this game, at least we call them zips affectionately. So, concentrate here. So more accurately, what I just performed is a screen wrap, not a zip, and what happens there, that was Meechree. That's a strategy that I actually came up with, that I invented. And we're going to try and zip. I missed it there. We'll see a couple more. Oh no. I'm not playing very well here, but we'll grab this for safety. So a couple more zips here. 1, and hopefully 1 right there. We got it. So what I'm doing there is I'm skipping a bunch of screens. And like I said, we call them zips mostly just because of the terminology, and it's just easier. But we're actually screen wrapping. And I'm shooting hard knuckle on the same exact frame that Mega Man is transitioning the screens. So it is a 1-frame trick, and it ends up just skipping the screen that you're firing the hard knuckle on. Another pretty easy boss fight there. 5 shots straight to the dome, and top man's out. So we're gonna see more zips coming up, but those first set of zips there, like I said, was actually a strategy that I ended up finding that saves a couple seconds in the run, and skips over a few screens. So since we jump right into Rush Marine after, we called it Meechree. So this is Needleman stage here, and this is easily the most difficult stage of the run. Now there's a zip here, but I'm not going to do that because it is quite difficult. Oh, and I didn't. Oh no! Oh no! Run, Mega Man! We're having a bit of an issue here, so I'm gonna have to take things a little bit safe. But we're gonna see one more zip. Rush! This is Rush, classic Rush trash. Take a little bit of refill on our hard knuckle weapon, which again we need to use to zip. So we're gonna see a zip right here. Oh, and I got scammed. There we go, there's the zip. So we actually didn't fall down to the screen below. I'm gonna take this really easy because of my health. Because... oh, you son of a gun. Because Needleman is actually probably the, it's not the hardest boss fight, but it's gotta be the worst boss fight. Just because he can kill you very, very easily. Because you have to use your top weapon to run into him, and it depletes your health quite a bit. Like that. So I got... that's really unfortunate. I got scammed by old Needleman there. I'm just showing you guys everything that can happen here. That's what you don't want to happen. That's Needleman for you. That's why it's the worst fight of the run. That's what's more supposed to happen. But this top weapon, the people who have played Mega Man 3, I think, have complained just as much about the top weapon as I do in this game. So we've had 4 Robot Masters from Mega Man 2, 4 Robot Masters from Mega Man 3, and now we're gonna see a visit from somebody here. So switch over to Clash Bomb, and this kind of looks like Proto Man, right? Kind of looks like Proto Man, but no, his name is Quint. I don't know who the hell Quint is. He kind of only appears in this game. He's got a little pogo stick. His weapon is called Sakugarne. You'll see it right here written out. Quint, you shoot with some hard knuckles and some metal blades, and you got to get him in the right place, which is kind of above his head. It's a strange hitbox. Yeah, he's supposed to be future Mega Man. That's correct, yep, that's what chat's saying. Very good, guys, you know your lore. Lucky for us, we don't have any refights in this game, which I love. So we go straight on to Wily here. I'm going to switch to Rush Coil right away. And that's why. So, I'm going to try and hit a zip. A little early there. So, I missed the zips that we could have gotten, but we're going to go for one here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the controller issues that I was talking to you about. There we go. My controller just died. I had to turn it back on. I do use a wireless controller. I'm glad it died there and not in the fight. But that's the controller issues I've been dealing with. Love for all of this to happen during an event where I'm supposed to showcase stuff for you guys. I'm so sorry. But we hop into Rush Marine. We'll switch to Jet here, and hopefully finish this run out with not too many technical issues. I do apologize. I was really hoping that would not happen. Gonna take a couple damage boosts through these spikes. I'm really, really low. Really, really low on Rush Jet. Well, I think I had a bit of a mistake earlier. Oh man, I'm in a bit of danger here, especially since I've got 0 lives. I'm gonna have to play it cool here. Hang on. Let me concentrate. Oh, that's what I didn't want to happen. Oh, well, oh man, this is about the worst thing that I could have hoped for in an event for you guys. We're gonna see Wily's stage again. Maybe I'll hit those zips for you. It's getting very quirky in here. I couldn't have played worse for you guys today. So maybe we'll see the zips this time. Maybe I can demonstrate those. So sorry about this. I swear this never happens to me. I usually reset if things get this bad, but we're no reset. There we go, there's a zip. We're gonna hit another one right there without the controller dying, and hopefully a third one right here, and we got it. Let's go for Meechree 2. Why not? We've already come this far. There we go. That's called Meechree 2 there. You have to hit all those zips. That's 5 one-frame tricks in a row. That is something that I discovered in this game, so at least I got to show that off for you guys. And you'll see this screen's gonna be a little weird. We're just gonna fall. I'm gonna grab onto the ladder that doesn't exist, and now things are gonna get back to normal. So that's Meechree 2. If all else fails, you get a game over in Wily, and you get to show off the tricks that you discover in a run, so, you know, all's fair in love and speedrunning, right? I get to do some more of my speedy strats since we're not in danger anymore. But we hit all those zips, and that's the only way you can do Meechree 2, is if you hit all those zips. It will not work. It will actually break the game if you try to go for Meechree 2 and you missed one of those zips, so pretty interesting trick. And now we're gonna hopefully fight Wily and pretend none of that ever happened. Maybe a much cleaner fight here. This is looking much better. Phase 1's pretty quick. You get on Rush Jet, you just try to shoot him in the head as much as you can. Now we're going to use that Sakugane weapon that we got from Quint. And going to bounce on Wily's head here while he's in the little Wily machine. That's Phase 2, pretty easy. And on to Phase 3 is kind of a rhythmic timing phase here, so I'm going to jump here and try to get an early shot on him. And then we just got to time our shots, and our timing on this run is going to end as soon as that final hit on Wily happens, so right now, there it is. It's like a 22:30 something. Really horrible run, considering my PB is like an 18, what is my PB? I don't know. 1832. That's Mega Man 2, everybody. We affectionately refer to that as store brand Mega Man 2 if you like that. If it's something you think you want to run, I am more than willing to teach you guys. Please hit me up if it's something. I've already convinced multiple people to run the game and get on the leaderboards. So if it's something you'd like, it's like a 20-minute run. I've convinced my friends to go for sub 20, and they've been great. Dave and Kat, thank you so much for allowing me to show off my horrible skills here at M.O.O.S.E. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Come check me out if you want to see some more Mega Man 2 store brand in the future, and enjoy luxury brand Mega Man 2 coming up. Guys, thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.